Good morning, friends. I am so glad you're here. It's been a while. I'm so happy to see you. We're in the final week of school. Actually, no. We have like a week and a half, but this is the last full week of classes. Next week is Outdoor Ed Week, and we're gonna be outside all day, Monday through Thursday. So there's a lot going on. There's so much to do. I have big news, which is big news for me. The news is that I am moving classrooms to a smaller classroom, which I'm excited about. I don't know if I've had this conversation with you guys yet, but I'm super grateful for this classroom that I have, but it is so big. It's hard to have some of those more intimate dialogue with students about some of the things that we talk about in my, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. It's harder in a bigger classroom like this where everybody's kind of spread out to have more intimate dialogue about some of the topics and issues and stories that we cover here in my class, which is Latinx Studies. And I am heavily, deeply excited about moving to a smaller classroom, but it's just not that it's a smaller classroom. It's a classroom that has windows. Other big news is that I'm taking on another course. So I'll be teaching Latinx Studies and Women's Studies next academic year, fall 2022, baby. I'm excited about those two things. But if you're new to the channel, my name is Cheney. I am a high school teacher in the state of Oklahoma, about to finish my first year of full-time teaching here at the high school. I teach Latinx Studies, soon to be Latinx Studies and Women's Studies. I just opened up 2 new projects on DonorsChoose to help me get prepared for next year, because I am feeling excited. In addition to being a high school teacher, I'm also a PhD student. Well, I'm actually a PhD candidate now at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. I just don't live there anymore because it's not necessary. And then I am also a mom to a 1.5-year-old. I just wanted to take you along on this last week of school with me. Things have been really good. I can't complain about anything. The last 2 months have been phenomenal. Just lots of really good things happening. My relationship with my second semester students has gotten a lot better. I was struggling with that at the beginning of the second semester because my relationship with my kids in the first semester was like really good off the bat. And then I came back from Christmas break and I felt like it was more challenging for me to build new relationships again with a whole new batch of students. So that was kind of a struggle, but it's so much better than it was, and it makes me feel better, not just as an educator, but like coming to work every day. It's been really good. I have absolutely no complaints at all. I've been feeling really good and I'm excited for the summer. Hello. I'm not even gonna get into it, but I'm gonna live this summer like I have no F's to give. You know what I'm saying? Like I deserve to have a hot girl summer. So if you're into this kind of content, if you feel like you vibe with me maybe a little bit, maybe consider subscribing. I'd love to have you around. I'd love to see you again. Make sure you hit the little like button, leave me a little comment, leave me a little over on Instagram too. It's been so long since I made a video, I forget all the things I'm supposed to say. But you can follow me over on Instagram. My handle over there is @FryBreadScholar. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna get my classroom ready because the only thing I did when I came in this morning was turn on the light. So let's go. Let's get this week started. I'm just getting my computer set up, and I wanted to take a moment while I'm doing this just to revisit something that I disclosed at the beginning of like one of my very first videos that was brought on by a comment from somebody, you know, being excited to see a Latina YouTuber doing this kind of content, education, like teacher vlogs and things like that. I just want to be super transparent about this because it's quite common that I get the assumption that either by the way that I look, also my last name, and the things that I teach, and because I'm fluent in Spanish, that the assumption is that I am Latina. I'm not Latina. I just happen to have the last name that I have. I happen to be fluent in Spanish. I happen to teach Latinx studies, but I am not Latina. I am citizen of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma, so I'm Native American or Indigenous. If you're in Oklahoma, if you're a native in Oklahoma, you might even identify as Indian, which I know is problematic, but here in Oklahoma, a lot of people still use that term to identify themselves. My grandpa, for instance, he was still around. He would say that he's a proud Indian. My dad says that he's a proud Indian. I just want to be transparent about that. So I am fluent in Spanish, not by coincidence, not by circumstances of existence. I didn't grow up speaking Spanish. I did get an associate's degree in Spanish. I got a bachelor's degree in Spanish language, and then I got my master's in Latin American history and ethnic studies, and then I went into my PhD program as a Latin Americanist or a Latin American historian. I just want to be transparent about that. No, I am not Latina. I have not been, am not, and never will be Latina. I have never experienced life as a Latina or a Latino person, which I know is a big part of Latinx studies. So my school is very aware that I'm not Latina. I make sure that my students know that I'm not Latina. What I do, because I can't speak on what life is like being a Latino or Hispanic person because I have never experienced life in that way. What I do and my approach to it is to allow my students to really take the lead, because I serve my school, which is predominantly Latinx, specifically Chicano students, Mexican students. I present knowledge through resources like oral histories, ethnographies, autoethnographies, things like that, oral history videos, stories, all of the things that I can possibly give them. But when it comes to dialogue, I facilitate by giving the questions, and they really lead the dialogue because it's really for them to unpack, and I'm just here to kind of move things along and facilitate their learning process, not to tell them what life is like or what experiences, what Latino experiences look like, because I don't know. I have never experienced life that way. But what I can do is try to bring in my own background as an Indigenous person and try to weave them together in some ways. Not all the time, it doesn't work all the time, because definitely the histories, the backgrounds, the experiences and the circumstances and situations are different, but it is a method that I have implemented in my classroom that I believe works as a non-Latino, non-Hispanic person teaching Latinx studies. But yeah. Okay, I know it looks like I'm in the exact same spot I was at the beginning of school, and it's because I am. But the last bell just rang. Dang, I look like a mess. It is 3:48, so I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't get a chance to film a whole lot today just because there was a lot happening. I didn't eat lunch till my planning period because I'm advising a senior for her capstone, and she came into my office to practice her presentation, which she was giving during 6th hour. So 6th hour came, I ate real quick, and then I went to go see her present her senior capstone. I'm so proud of her. Senior graduation is next Friday on the 20th, Friday the 20th of May. And they're all like up here, in here, getting their capstones done, presented, and finished and finalized. So I'm excited for them, I'm proud of them. It's so sweet to see them like get all of this done and see it all come to a close, and like knowing that they're gonna move on after all of this. So anyway, good morning. I know you're not in the best spot. I have used this spot before, but it's like right here, and it just serves its purpose the best. Let me turn this down real quick. Today's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I am just in the best mood this week, and I don't think it really has anything to do with school ending. I think it has everything to do with the change in the weather. It's 90 degrees all week, and that just has a huge impact on my overall mood and mental health. I mean, I live in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, it's hot AF during the summer. Like, it's well over 100 degrees in the summertime, and I love that for me. I thrive in that kind of weather. I'm gonna go inside because people are starting to arrive. It's 7:26. I need to be in. Our contract hours start at 7:30, so I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you.
I just set up my room. The only thing left for me to do is turn on my lights and my oil diffuser over here. I'm keeping it pretty low-key for the rest of the week, like nothing too risky, nothing too overwhelming for them. Yesterday we finished Walkout, which I think I talked about already. My students really loved that movie. And then today we're talking about Latino and Black solidarity during the Chicana movement and like the 60s overall. So talking about how the Brown Berets and the Black Panthers and the Young Lords, even getting outside of that, but like American Indian movement, they were all allied together, and they will be talking about how they showed solidarity through different forms of support. They're going to be looking at pictures today and doing some observations and reflections, so that's what we're doing today. And then they have honors credit due at the end of the week. So if they're doing honors credit, which is optional, they can get honors credit from my course if they do an extra project. So that is due for seniors. It's due on Friday because their grades are due on Sunday, but for everyone else, their honors credit project is due on the 16th. So we're gonna get this day started. It's gonna be a great day. Good Wednesday morning. Okay, come on. All right, good Wednesday morning. Good to see you. As always, I got my coffee here. So listen, I have to promise myself to do better today at filming, because yesterday I checked in with you in the morning, and then throughout the school day I didn't really have time to check in again, and then school ended. I tied up all of my daily loose ends to get ready to go, and then I left my camera here all night. I was a little bit worried about it because I have had a few things here and there disappear, walk out of my room, but it was in a spot where unless you knew it was there, nobody was gonna know. So anyway, this week is flying by. So my students, I promised them that today, if we got everything together, tomorrow we could watch a movie. Let's go. I need to get my board set up. I need to get my music playing, and I need to get things in order.
Reaching for a North Star, waiting just to wake up from this nightmare where you could be right back in my arms, dancing to the limbo, stuck here in the middle. You tell me that it's simple, but I could paint 1,000 different pictures.
It is hot. It's 93 degrees outside. Good afternoon. I'm headed home. Actually, I'm still in the parking lot, but I'm kind of waiting for traffic to die down a little bit. I'm not sure if we are going to the gym or not. Meech actually has an interview tomorrow for a teaching position at a bilingual school here in Oklahoma City. It's an English-Spanish bilingual school, fully bilingual. So he actually, just a little bit about him, if you have been on my channel for a while, you have probably seen him here and there in a couple of different videos. He is from Cuba, and he got a bachelor's degree in primary education or elementary education. I'm not sure what the exact terminology is here in the US for it, but in Cuba, or like a literal translation of his degree is that he has a bachelor's in primary education. So the littles, the elementary kid, and he taught in Cuba for about 4 years. He was presented a great opportunity at a fully bilingual school here in the city on the south side. So he has an interview tomorrow. It's a virtual interview, and I'm really excited for him. He's great anyway. Like, he's super outgoing, super friendly, super knowledgeable. And yeah, I don't know that I'll make it to the gym. I want to, especially because Meech made flan, and flan has a lot of sugar in it, and I brought a piece of flan with me today for my lunch. And I really need to go to the gym. We'll just see what happens. We will just see what happens.
I believe them if I try. For the sake of time, just give me the eye. I've been thinking I said don't blow my high. I'm on that carpet ride. I've been swerving, I'm a servant to my magic side. I was in a magic city, going 50-50. I bet it all up on that red and they got real shifty. Pity, pity, it's a petty crime. You see how people change their vibe when it's green up on their mind. Kevin fed a line, but fuck if I know. I'm searching for them high notes. I'm slipping in my slippers, playing samples off this vinyl. Getting better every motherfucking session with my freshness. This is imperfection, with a touch of perfect. No, I fucking murked it at the merchants, and I purchased what my curses in between these verses. How I really feel. So tell me all your words lies. I believe them if I try. For the sake of time, just give me the eye. I've been thinking about good times. So tell me all your words lies. I believe them if I try. For the sake of time, just give me your eye. I know it's not always easy. Time slows, still trying to find the reason to hold on to those dreams of mine. Where does purpose lie? Hey, hey, I said don't blow my high.
Today is gonna be crazy. It just is in the air. It's part of our fate today. It's gonna be crazy. Feels like tornado weather inside of my classroom, which means that the air conditioning is still out. So I got to school today, and today's Thursday, by the way. Happy Thursday. I totally forgot that senior pranks were a thing, but they did a really good job, I think. It's not malicious, it's not destructive. They just moved a lot of things around. They put, you know, chairs in the entryway. They covered the foyer with saran wrap. They put a whole bunch of balloons in front of one of the teachers' classrooms. And I haven't been into the cafeteria yet, but I hear that a lot of things are missing down there. I just feel like this should have happened on a Friday, not a Thursday.
All cars that are not parked in a parking spot, please park in a parking spot now. A tow truck has been called. Once again, a tow truck has been called. Please move your car.
I bet kids are parking in the grass. I feel super cute today. You can't see it. Maybe I'll show you in the mirror, but I have this tank that I got at Goodwill, and then I have my tag is showing, but I have this like mid-calf link. Oh my god, I cannot talk. Calf, and then I said calf link, calf length dress. You've seen it before. If you're not new to my channel, you've seen it. Yesterday I went to the gym after work with Meech. It was good. It was so hard. If you follow my TikTok, which I haven't ever advertised it here, but or mentioned it, but you can go follow my TikTok at Co Torres. I've been posting things about running as a fat person because I'm like a proud fatty in a lot of ways, but I'm also on a health and wellness journey, and a lot of people are surprised that fat people can run. And so I regularly run 2 miles at the gym in like 10 to 12 minute increments. Like I'll run for 10 to 12 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and then I'll run the next 10 to 12 minutes for like a whole 30 to 35 minute. It was a struggle. I was on the struggle bus the whole way. I was up there huffing and puffing and panting. So anyway, let's get this day started. We're almost done, y'all. We got today and tomorrow left of class, and then it's a full week of outdoor ed, which I don't know what to expect. I hear it's fun. I hear it's a little bit crazy. I'm gonna make sure they're having fun, because they better have fun or else. I got some students that I have to like force to have fun sometimes. forgot, I think I did forget actually to check in after school. I was kind of in a rush. Got some exciting news. I think I told you earlier in the day, in the morning, that Meech had an interview. The interview ended up being 2 hours. I think when I interviewed for my teaching position, it was about an hour, hour and a half. And then I got like a tour of the school and everything. But his interview was over Zoom. It lasted 2 hours, and the director of, it's an academy, it's a heritage academy inside of a school district. So they got along really well. Meech was offered a position on the spot as a first grade teacher in a 90% Spanish, 10% English classroom. So that is so exciting, and I'm so proud of him, and I'm just over the moon happy for him. Like, he deserves this. But we're actually headed back to the school. It is 6:20 now. We're actually running quite a bit late, but at 6:30 there's a choir concert for the high school and the middle school. It's combined. And I had a student who is a really great singer. She was actually in a talent show a couple weeks ago. She invited me to it to watch her sing solo tonight. So I'm on my way there. We're gonna go watch her. And then tomorrow, our soccer team is in the regional playoffs. Like, they are finalists in the regional playoffs. So we're gonna go see that. And from what I'm hearing, our soccer team is really good this year. I haven't been able to make it to a game. We're gonna see them tomorrow at 8. I'll show you a little bit of that too.
I believe that if I try, can you try? For the sake of time, just keep me high. I've been thinking about good times, so tell me all your words lies. I believe that if I try, for the sake of time, just keep me high.
Good morning, you guys. I need to fix my bun. It is the last day of classes. Not that I'm excited or anything. Excited, and also I know that it's the end of my first year as a full-time teacher. So it's like, you know, it's just good time for reflection. You know what I mean? I feel like my ears are not even. Today's gonna be a phenomenal day. My team is bringing snacks for teams. All of our classes are 5 minutes short, and we're having an assembly or a pep rally at the end of the day. We're having a pep rally because our soccer team is in the regional, is it called regional finals or regional championship? I don't know, but whatever it is, we're in it. So there's somebody maybe trying to get into my room right now, so I need to see what they want, and I'm gonna go pick up a donut from the teacher's lounge because it's the last day and allegedly there's donuts. So let's go.